Today I'm going to show you how to change the power window regulator motor on a 2002 Chevy Silverado. This probably works for 99 through 04 Silverados and possibly the Chevys, Cadillacs, GMCs of similar age, right? If your door looks like this, then I can show you how to change it. The first thing you need is a replacement motor. Well, this all comes as one piece, right? You got both slide rails over here, the motor, and then the thing that actually holds up the window. On mine, this piece broke, the one that actually holds onto the slide rail, and I had to replace the entire unit because of that one piece. First thing you're gonna need, 7mm, to remove the screw that's right here above the door handle. You're also going to need one of these Phillips star-shaped, and we'll see why in a second. And don't lose that, that's important. Next, we're going to go ahead and pull this up, and yes, that pulls right up. Now there's also one of these 7mm screws right up in here. You will not be able to take off this door panel if you don't get that off first. Oh, now that I think about it, I broke mine previously because I didn't take it off, so you should take that off. Next, we'll go ahead and pull these out. There is a little push pin type of deal right there. You're going to want to hold that to pull it out. This one's a little more complicated. You're going to want to put a screw or something up in here to hold that in, to pull that off. There we go. Next thing we want to pull off is this one, and these come right out. It's fairly easy to work on. Oh, the next thing I'm going to take off is this one, and you want to start from this side because that clip doesn't come out easily. We're also going to need a 10mm, might be a 12mm for that one, but in the meantime we can pull this off as well, and then you can pull the door handle up, and that should come right out. Just be gentle over here because this goes to the light. Oh, wait a minute. This is a 10mm. Okay, yeah. It was a 10mm after all. Oh, before we take that off, there's this little clip in here. There's this little clip inside of the door handle. Stick your finger up in the back, pop it out, and I could not, so I'm going to use this screwdriver to pop it toward me. There we go. Once you do that, you will lift this up, and that's what actually opens the door. Alright, let's not lose that one either. Now this one is interesting because we removed this earlier so that we can pull that out, set that off to the side. Right, the next thing we need to do is pull off this plastic, because that is entirely blocking the way for everything that we're about to do. And I'm definitely going to need some tape for that. So let's go get some blue tape or something that's going to hold this window up. I probably should have done that before I started. I didn't end up having blue tape, so I'm going to use this packing tape. I'm going to go ahead and do, let's see here, Want to make sure the window is in the fully upright position. Alright, we'll tape that side. We'll tape this other side too. Now, blue tape should work just as good. Maybe better, just because of the fact that blue tape's going to come off a lot easier without leaving any mess. This one's probably going to leave a lot of mess, but I'm okay with that. Now, if yours is in the down position, then you're not going to see those screws right up here, right? Those screws are holding up this window. If yours is in the down position, you'll probably end up finding them down there somewhere. You'll need to find a way to lift the window so that you can access the screws from here or from way up there. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to access them, because this one's only accessible like up here, because down here there's a lot of crap in the way. You won't be able to gain access to it. So good luck with that. And after looking at this one, we can see that yes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And those are going to be the ones that screw into here. So first, let's start by taking this off. And we're just going to loosen that a little bit so that it lets go of the window. You don't have to pull it completely out, because once it's loose, then it doesn't really matter. Go ahead and start on this bottom one. Alright, see, this one's loosened up already. There we go. First one. Oh, check that out. It's probably not that one. I believe it's this one. Don't lose those. They're important. Alright, there we go. Now fold it up. Let's take this off first. So that's the switch that actually controls the motor. We'll pull that off. Now we can pull the motor out. And if you could tell on mine, that's what broke. Yep. Right, our next step is to get the new one installed. Right, so guess I had it upside down the whole time, because the motor goes on that side. So what we want to do, take this off. Always cut away from yourself, just in case. Okay, now that we have it separated, you definitely want to make sure that you point it in the correct direction. So from the looks of this, the motor side goes out toward me, and one of the telltale signs is that the thing that holds the glass should point upward. So let's go ahead and slide that inside. We'll go ahead and position it. There we go. Now there's a little metal hook right there that pretty much guides it, right? Now this other one also has a little metal piece, and we'll go ahead and put a screw in there kind of loosely just to hold it in place. And then we'll put these others on there. Just to hold that in place as well. There we go. Now you don't want to start tightening until you have all three of them in on each side so that everything lines up properly. Once it's lined up, we can tighten up a little bit more. Not completely. I didn't tighten it all the way. Probably do most of these by hand, to tell you the truth. Now I have to use the motor to make it go back up, just because of the fact that the little things were all the way down. Oh, I gotta plug this in first. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Great. Well, now I got to remove it so I can get the plug through. There's the plug. Alright guys, y'all don't make the same mistake I did. Make sure your plug is on the correct side. Alright, let's test it and see if it works. Yep, there it goes. Okay, I'll get these back on first. Okay, so you can probably see that now they are lifting into place. Now here's where we want to be especially careful. We want to make sure that these are wide open. And you want to be able to guide the glass right up into the thing here. There we go. So now it's in there. Now y'all be real careful and be especially careful, because if those are closed, if you don't loosen those up, when they go up, they're going to hit your glass and they're going to break your glass. So now we want to tighten onto the glass without over tightening. Sure, these things have some kind of plastic or rubber maybe, but if you over tighten it, you could still risk breaking it. All right, let's test it. I'm going to take off the Take off this tape. Now don't litter. I'm gonna pick that up later. Let's go ahead and test this window. Worked like a charm. Now we just got to put everything back together and we are in business. And that's how you replace the window regulator, power window motor on one of these 2002 Chevy Silverados. Till next time, thanks for watching. I decided to keep recording, so if you guys want to watch, I'm going to go ahead and take all of this back off so that I can put everything right back on. Alright, so first thing, well, now that all of this is in place and this works, first thing we need to do is put the plastic back on. If you don't remember which side is which, that's okay. You should be able to read this. Front side of the door goes that way, so this one's actually still correct. First thing you want to do, put the wires through. Alright, that's very important. Next thing you want to do is slide this, which is the, I forget what this is called, but this is what opens your door. Right, you want to slide that through there. And don't forget, this cable goes right through there. That's for the light that's on the door for when it's open. Now you want to line these up. See, that one goes in there. You can kind of see, man, I should have reused some of that tape right over here. There we go. Okay, goes there. That one goes there. All of this has to be nice and lined up. Good to go. So the next thing we want to put back on is the door handle. So slide that back in and put this one back on. Now, part of the reason that it's important for the plastic to go in the right place is that all the holes got to line up. So when you screw this back in, it's got to go back in the proper hole. Okay, and make sure that works. Next, we're gonna put this door back on. One of the first things we want to start with is this light, but honestly, you can always pop that light out. Just pop this through and then figure that out later. You definitely want to take this cluster of wires and put them up through here. And even if you don't, honestly, you're going to be able to reach them anyway. So we're going to line these clips up before they belong. Get the door back on there. Oh, there we go. Very nice. Okay, everything lined up. Now you want to take your 7mm and these two long screws. One goes in here and one goes in here, up above the door handle. As long as you lined everything up properly, those should line up as well. Now the other one, I broke mine. You don't break yours. Pop it back in there. Next thing, the door handle. Now keep in mind this side goes in first. And possibly the center. Actually, let's go ahead and pop in the center first. Apparently it likes the order. Yep. Okay. Got this little boy right here. Pop that back in. And the last one is going to be our switch. Pop those back in. Now this one goes to the tweeter. You definitely don't want to forget that, because it's going to ruin your audio experience if you don't pop in the one for the tweeter. Got it. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going to put the back side in first and slide these right back in to the clips where they belong. Oops. That's what the problem was. I was putting it in backwards. There we go. Okay, so apparently the red or orange side goes that way. There we go. Done deal. And that's how you put it back on. Thanks again for watching. Y'all have a wonderful evening or morning or whatever time you're watching this.